My name is Carla Grant, and I'd like to welcome you to Without Wood. This is an event that we are so proud to host, and one that we hope inspires discussion and understanding.
Tonight's panel will look at how we use our forests. Such questions as, why do we cut trees? Are we running out of trees? And in general, if you'll allow me, what's the appropriate balance between economic benefit and environmental sustainability?
I've spent most of my professional career working in the field of public forest policy. I'm here tonight as the official moderator for the panel discussion that's taking place. But I'm also here on a personal level because I believe very strongly in what the Ontario Forestry Association stands for and what they do. I think tonight's message is a very important one. I do believe there is a disconnect between public sentiment and what actually goes on in our commercial forests and the extent to which society depends on forest and wood products for our overall well-being. Forest products, I think, present one of the greatest opportunities we have. Forest trees are renewable. There aren't many resources we have in this province that are as renewable as forests are. And I think if we work collectively, we work constructively, together, promote awareness, understanding, talk information as opposed to rhetoric, I think we can really move the milestones forward, and we can all take advantage of those opportunities and create a much better economic and social fabric for this province.
Anybody who's worked in forestry understands there are a lot of diverse views sometimes. But the point is to have constructive dialogue, to move the conversation forward, and hopefully at the end of the day we're all a little bit wiser for it.
In the boreal forest, we're driven by catastrophe-oriented succession, things like fires and insects and disease and wind. These are very heavy, very heavy footprint on the landscape. So when we do forestry in the boreal forest, what we are trying to do is emulate those natural processes. And what we have to do is look at the forest that we are encountering, and in many cases, that forest needs to be restored to something more coniferous. So we cut trees to maintain healthy forest ecosystems, not to mention a few jobs that are created. Nationally, there's 600,000 jobs that are created from forest management, both indirect and direct. We contribute $23.9 billion to our GDP. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons financially, but what drives me and what drove me in my career is really this idea of maintaining and restoring healthy forest ecosystems. So that's why we cut trees.
Okay. Really, the truth is it's simple. We're not running out of trees in Ontario. We're blessed with an abundance of natural resources here in Ontario. And I think as citizens of Ontario, we can take great comfort in the way that our forests are being managed and the future prospects for our forests. And in fact, I think we can take more than just great comfort. We can actually take a lot of pride. We can take pride in how our forests are being managed, how they're being harvested, and what their future will be for us as citizens of Ontario.
And to reinforce that feeling of some security I have that we're moving in the right direction is the fact that I've seen very large changes in the profession of forestry. And I see younger people coming into it. I see foresters who have always been trained in sustainable practices. I really see them in acting very independently and no longer identifying, as they did decades ago, with an industrial approach to forestry. And I also find that to be a very good sign for the future.
This question, I want to ask a question and then make a point. How many people here own 20 acres of forest? Oh, it's actually a lot more than I thought. Well, my point will still stand though, and it's that you all own 20 acres of forest. You actually all own 30 acres of forest because Canada's got about 900 million acres of crown forest and we have 30 million people. That gives us 30 acres a person. That's 20 Canadian football fields per person. That's 30 American football fields per person. That's a lot of forest that each one of you has and each one of you is responsible for and each one of you depends on too for clean water and clean air and all that stuff. And so my point there isn't so much that you own forests as much as it is that you're a part of this discussion too. And you're going to continue to be it, and it's going to be increasingly important that you engage in it and that we, types of people who are on the stage and the people in the audience who are already in forestry, welcome you in so that we can continue to bring our forestry sector in Ontario to the next level of economic viability and sustainability.
I learned that trees are sustainable and that we aren't running out as much as I thought we were.
I believe forestry is sustainable because there are plenty of trees. They said in the seminar that we only cut down half the amount of trees that we're allowed to cut down, and I guess that's pretty good.
I think my perceptions about forestry definitely changed. I think I knew there was kind of the heading towards being a sustainable industry, but I didn't realize exactly how much work they had done already on that and how much the forestry industry had changed already, and that it seems like the new generation of forestry, that's how they're being brought in. So that perception of mine changed a lot.
Yes, I did learn a few new things. I felt new about the confidence level of the present-day foresters in how they feel that the forest practices are sustainable and have improved a great deal. And it gives me great hope for the future of Northern Ontario forests.
I actually came out tonight to support the initiative on the Ontario Forestry Association. I'm on the board of the OFA, and we really have a job ahead of us to get the public educated and aware of the importance of our forests, and certainly of the importance of using local, sustainably derived forest products in our daily lives. And so I think tonight was just absolutely a great show, and we had a lot of good information that was brought out that brought a lot of attention to our forests and being able to provide that information to the public. I think people have a bit of an they're not totally aware of how important our forests are. You know, and really our job at the OFA is to work towards informing people and increasing that awareness, getting them to understand that we can have healthy, sustainable forests, and those healthy, sustainable forests go towards providing a healthy economy and a healthy society, and even provide our own health, because they are extremely important for our own health as well.
Thank you again for being here tonight. We hope that this has been engaging, and please go forward and learn about the forests.